Are considering relocating to Jamaica, whether you're repatriating or expatriating, and there are people who are telling you not to do so, whilst there are other people who are saying it's the best thing that you could do for yourself. Well, we're going to have a conversation here, and then you can decide which one of the alternative is best for you.
Jam from family, the Jam from family, yeah. Jam fam, come hang with me.
Hello, Wagwan, pick up yourself, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. Welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Now, on today, we're going to be having a look at relocating to Jamaica. Now, the other day I was watching this video and I realized that there are European countries that are literally paying immigrants to move out of their country and to return to their home country. Can you imagine? Countries literally begging people who have immigrated to their country to leave. And this might be your opportunity if you live in one of those countries. And we know that the immigration in certain countries, especially in North America, is getting tighter and tighter. They are looking more and more at ensuring that they are getting rid of or removing people from their country who are there who shouldn't be in one way, shape or another, especially undocumented individuals. So we're going to go through and have a conversation about what it is that you should do if you find yourself in any of these predicaments. Let's watch this video first.
Sweden will pay African and Caribbean immigrants $34,000 to return home. Immigrants who are African and Caribbean residents, Sweden will pay $34,000 to return home. They will pay all immigrants who are in the country who want to leave $34,000 to return home. Imagine that. Commenting, this is what he said, the foreign minister or the minister of migration. This is what he said. We are in the midst of a paradigm shift in our migration policy. This is what the minister of migration is saying. He said immigration has become increasingly controversial in Sweden in recent years. And what happened in Sweden in 2022, a coalition government was formed, an extreme radical right-wing nationalist party which promote nationals. They're very strong on European nationals power. They're trying to strengthen their own people, and they joined with a moderate national party to form a coalition. So this is why Sweden is now making radical changes to their migration policy in Sweden. Canada is doing the same thing. England released something the other day, said they will have ETA. Germany is doing the same thing. And you may not know this, but other European countries are paying immigrants to move back home to their country. In other words, they are paying immigrants to leave their country. They don't want you anymore. That is what they're saying. They don't want you anymore, and they're willing to pay anything for you to just leave their country. And according to another news source that I have here, a number of other European countries already have a scheme to pay migrants to return to their home countries with offers. In Germany, they're paying immigrants $2,000 to move back home. In France, they're paying immigrants $2,800 to move back home. And in Norway, which is another Scandinavian country, which is close to Sweden, is paying migrants $1,400 to move back home. And in Denmark, which is another Scandinavian country, is paying migrants $15,000 to move back home. Now, Scandinavia is Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland. And those are the Scandinavian countries. And Denmark is a part of Scandinavia. I was there as well. I went to the airport and I went from there to Sweden. The distance is like a train stop away. And Denmark is paying migrants $15,000 to move back home, my friends. So Europe is changing because of the massive influx of Indians and Arabs to these European countries. They're now panicking and they're now changing their migration policy because they're afraid. I was in Sweden the other day and I spent a month in Sweden. I think I spent some time from July to August in Sweden, and I can tell you the white European population in Sweden is dwindling. They are aging badly. It's an aging population, and you can see the massive amount of Arabs there and Indians are there.
Now, for people who are living in any of these countries where finances might be your reason for why you haven't moved, you can see that there is an opportunity that you could have the finance you need to relocate to whichever country it is that you belong to and need to relocate to. For those people who are looking to relocate to Jamaica, this is an opportunity that you could take on board. I am mindful that I'm going to be talking to you about a way in which you can plan out your plan of return and be able to go to whichever country it is that you choose. Your homeland doesn't necessarily have to be the country in which you were born or your parents were born. Your homeland could be any country that you decide and you choose that is a country that is befitting for you to move to and to go and live out the rest of your life. Regardless of where you intend to move to, it's going to require some plan. So you're going to have to work on planning out your plan of return. And we have just the resource that will help you to do so. So what we have done is put together a manual to support you in planning out your plan of return. And what it does is it goes through a range of different aspects of the plan to return to wherever you're returning to, whether it's you're returning to Jamaica or you're returning to other parts of the world. It helps you with planning that out in thorough detail to help to eliminate or minimize the number of gaps or issues that could go wrong in the planning process, because it's bringing things to your forefront of your mind as you're planning. It's things that we learned on our planning journey, things that we've done on our planning journey, and things that people who have relocated have told us that they also made a priority for them. So you can access it within the link for accessing it is in the description area below. So it would be good if you had a look at it and to see how it can help you with your journey of planning out your return to your respective country so that it can be successful for you. I'm conscious that the manual that we've just produced for people who are looking to repatriate or to expatriate, so you're looking to move from where you are and relocate elsewhere, is not necessarily fit for purpose for people who are undocumented in the countries where they are, because the whole idea in the plan that we've done thus far is for people who want to move and then will be able to move back if they so choose. And so although people who are undocumented could benefit from this manual, we are producing one that is specific and more suited to people who are living in any of these countries undocumented and would like to return to their country. You can get a copy of it for yourself and use it to plan out your exit. So you can access it within the link for accessing it is in the description area below. So it would be good if you had a look at it, because at the end of the day, wherever you are living right now, if you are not living your best life, you are not enjoying yourself, you're constantly looking over your shoulders, constantly worrying, constantly unsure of what your next move is going to be, or you're in a position where you are living your perfectly your status for being there is perfectly fine, you can come and go as you please, but at the same time you are feeling unhappy, unfulfilled, then it's time to think about alternatives, because you can live in other parts of the world, thrive and be successful and live your best life possible. And it is worth you giving that gift to yourself, to be in a place where you are mentally sound, you're physically whole, you are emotionally well, you're spiritually grounded, and you're aligned to those things that are going to bring profit and blessings and favor and grace into your life. And it's not just about money, and you can't continue to live life where you do these simple things. You work, you eat, you sleep, and you repeat. That's not the best way to live out our lives. So if relocating interests you, then this is something that you want to look into. So you might want to get this manual to help you to plan out that relocation that you so desire to achieve. And for those people who are undocumented, you will also have your manual that will give you an opportunity to have a stepping stone of planning out your return, so that at that point when you decide that you are going to become volunteering yourself to be removed, that you know that once you make that decision where you're going, your plans are in place for you to be successful and to thrive. So do remember that we can live our lives in different parts of the world. We can experience quality and wholeness of life. It's about what opportunities we're giving ourselves to make sure that we can do so.
So where are we now?
We've just gone past Mispa, where you see that school and the church. That was Mispa, and we're going up now and there we just passed the Mispa. That's where you would drive up to go to the church, and we're going up to Walderstan.
Oh, we seem to be good for time.
We are definitely.
So hopefully we get there on time and there's no traffic.
I'm hoping so too. She's going by herself this time. I went out with her before. Boy, that was activity and a half. I was primarily on hands and knees the whole journey because the waves are a bit up today. It's a little bit tougher than usual, they say. How you feeling? Good, good. That was me a while ago. Hands and knees, nothing else. Hey, she went through first time round. So that lifeguard just dive off into the water. Just walking across it like it's nothing. Lifeguards. That's what she said last time. She had the chance to go with some other kids this time because it should be a little bit more fun for her. And she just looked into that hole just now and needed help to come up over one of the flat ladders. It's such a hard task to cross it, you know. Welcome to Brownstown. Yep, that's where we're at. Just going past the market and the mall. And the market is just over on the other side as well.
The Johnson family. Where I living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Johnson family, the Johnson family, yeah. The Johnson family. Where Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
Thank you for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Bye for now, and we will see you in the next one. And the link is below if that is something that you are interested in pursuing.